Alright, let's do it. Nearly dropped the disc. We're off to a great start. Alright. Alright, so when we last left off, heading off to Black Mage Village in order to figure out just what on earth is going on with the mages over there. And off-screen, I did a lot of chocograph hunting, so now I have ridiculously overpowered items for this stage of the game. Because of course I do. Done. You know, I'm just realizing I could have just ridden Choco all the way over to the mill village, but oh well. Never said I was a great planner. Alright, so let's find out what on earth is going on. Nobody even in the shop. I don't know if there's anyone in the synthesis shop. Nope, not even that. The nice thing is that we just scored 2,000 gil, so... Can't remember if I actually checked over here. Yeah, I think I did. It's been a while since we were last in Black Mage Village. There he goes. The story of the Black Mages just never seems to end. That's supposed to be here, isn't there? Yep, we get to see a baby chocobo. So sad. No, no. The chocobo is more important than anything else. Jeez, getting heavy. You're so awesome. That's sweet. But yep. So Kuja's palace is located on the eastern side of the continent, and we need a ship or an ocean chocobo in order to get there. Still calling him a crybaby even after all of this. Well, again, you don't have to take a ship. But we might as well take a ship. Yeah. Didn't expect there to be anything there after the scene, but, yeah. Let's see. Auto-reflect. Absorb MP. Why not? I'll have you learn auto-flow. And locomotion, absolutely. Definitely want to give you that. Getting him to learn Master Thief will be great. Yep, these are some of the items that I got from chocograph hunting. Gaia gear, which absorbs earth. A light robe, which, I mean, just look at those stat boosts. 20 to 44 defense, and it teaches half MP. And a black robe. My god. This stuff's awesome. So, let's see. He'll learn Osmos from the High Mage Staff, so I won't worry about that just yet. But in the meantime, I will give him the Light Robe. Might as well. Water is a great spell. Ice Lance, okay. Alright, cool, let's go. And actually, since I'm doing some running on the world map, it'll be a nice way to get some last-minute AP, so... Or not. Oh, okay. That should do it. Yep. Freya's level in particular is pretty low, so... So that was... Yeah. Okay. Double check their abilities. Nothing really to improve in that regard. I have a gold helm, which is good. That's what I really want. Yeah, Genji gloves was another really good item that I got during my time. Let's see. And shield armor is also great, although it only teaches distract, which is not that great. But yeah, so we're gonna take the ship just because it's a little bit more elegant, I think. So, in order to access Kuja's lair, we need to figure out which of the quicksands in the eastern desert hides it. Now, in all the time that I've played this game, I never actually remember which one of these quicksands it is. If we find the right one, then we just move straight into the palace. If we don't... Oh, hi. If we don't, we have to fight an antlion. Which is so much fun. Oh. That's right, it's a undead monster, so of course I'm going to do a death spell. Yeah, there goes Freya. Nothing that a couple of Phoenix Downs can't fix. So let's see if I can give Freya anything else before I charge forward. Just as a general principle, it's always good to double check what you can and cannot give people as they learn abilities. But yeah, I'm still pretty good. Okay, which one is it? There's 4 of them here. I'm thinking... No. Well... Not gonna do any guessing yet. Oh. Hello. That's a big old guy. Alright, Demi. Inflicts gravity-based damage. Damage from Comet. Alright. Here we go. Can I eat it? No. I ate it, but I didn't learn anything. Either way, basic insta-kill. Alright, body temp and high tide. I'm gonna skip this one and go to this one. And I didn't even get the chance to guess at that one. I didn't even get the chance to guess at that one either, so... More sandworms. The sandstorm attack makes this wonderful return. This actually does. Alright, it's not so bad. Could be a lot worse. Oh well. somewhere around 300 damage. Or, okay, almost 500. No big deal. Merry Christmas. See how much damage the stage. Find enough items, Thievery will be another surefire 9,999 damage attack, but I've only got about 1/9 of that, so oh well. That's breaking locomotion. Okay, so let's see. Still have about 25 to go before learning Comet. Kana's now learned Locomotion, which is good. Meantime, I'll keep all this stuff. Let's try this. Nope, wrong one. So now we get to fight an ant lion. And yes, they are tougher than the one that you fought in Clayra on Disc 2. Try Bio instead. Bio's much more reliable. And I poisoned it. That's not bad. Here comes a sandstorm. Might do a decent amount of damage. Meantime, let Reese's Wind do a little bit more recovery. There we go. Yep, a whopping 83 experience points. And 1 AP for taking out that thing. Game getting a little stingy with all of its experience. Alright, so now I'm going to go back and try the one that I missed. Nope, not that one either. I highly doubt this will work, but why not? Yeah. Match Magic doesn't have a very high success rate. Use a white draw just because I haven't used it in forever. Well, there goes the Dane. And it was critical to add insult to injury. restored a whopping 5 MP. Wow. I am awestruck by how amazingly that worked out. That's why you've got anointments. Oh, well, there he goes again. This is not going well. I'll live with it. Alright, so we're 0 for 2. Let's try to make it 1 for 3. This one? No, of course it's the one that I don't end up picking. Wonderful. So low. Gotta see what he does first. Well, the nice thing is that I don't think Sandstorm actually kills anybody. Yep. It just largely messes with everybody's HP. This does. Because I've never actually used... I haven't used Sacrifice, I think, since I started playing it years ago. Oh, it restores everybody. That's quite a good ability, actually. This'll do it. At least the antlions are really slow, so... The problem is that it completely drains Zidane's MP as well, so that's it's like the one caveat of that move. It's because I knew it restored a lot of HP and MP, I just didn't realize how much it was. I'm certainly not complaining. There we go. Alright, let's go to the one that we haven't checked yet. There we go. Finally got the right one. Well, what did you expect? Yep. Welcome to Kuja's House of Horrors. Uh-oh. Yeah, you don't really have a choice in the matter. Don't be so sure, buddy. They're quite the talkers. And here you are in Kuja's sanctum. Sounds simple enough. Yeah, Zidane, you're not very good at negotiating. Or listening patiently. Yep, Oeilvert, also known as my favorite dungeon in the entire game. But yep, there's an anti-magic barrier around the place. The Gulug Stone. Okay, so at this point in the game, your party is going to be split up into 2 fours. Now, the clue that Kuja has given you is that Oeilvert has an anti-magic barrier. So obviously it doesn't behoove you to bring people who can use magic. So I'm going to bring these guys, and unlike what you might want to assume, I'm bringing Dagger. Now, there is a reason why I'm bringing Dagger. Because Dagger, since she's lost her voice, she can't use summoning magic. Or, no, correction, she can use summoning magic, she can't trance. So, if for whatever reason you were someone whose strategy relies very highly on Dagger being able to trance, which, let's be real, is probably not likely, then that's already a huge setback. But the other reason why is because whenever Dagger casts magic, there is a small chance, while her voice is lost, there is a small chance that her magic spells will not work. Because it will say, you know, command failed because Dagger couldn't concentrate. So, because basically using magic is too much of a gamble with Dagger under normal circumstances, it's better to have her come along on this trip as your designated healer, especially if she has the Chemist ability, in which case using a high potion will heal 900 health. Since everybody's here, might as well give them some new equipment. it's worth it to give her. No, I'm gonna give her ability to summon Odin. Okay, now. Oh yeah, this is one of the items that I got from one of the chocographs. The attack jump from 33 to 53 and teaches no mercy, which is a pretty great move. So once he's learned spare change, we can get rid of that on him, give him something else. Yeah, don't bother giving him Fleagill, no point in that. Jade Armlet, absolutely. And have him learn Jelly, of course. And we're going to give Dagger the healer ability. That way, when she physically attacks people in Oeilvert, she'll actually be healing them as opposed to inflicting damage. And yep, you want to make sure that everybody has the clear-headed ability equipped. Which Steiner does not, so we're going to have to fix that. We're going to have a lot of opportunities to give him some better stuff than he's got now. Locomotion is good. Let's see. But we're not going to need him to know Confusion just yet. But, okay, well that was quick. Yeah, if you take a look at Dagger's ATB bar, you can see that the trance bar is not even there, so... Actually, does Armorant have ability up? Guess he does, okay, good. Yep, the Hildegard 1, a beautiful ship. Fighting off the waters. Yep, 240 recover. Obviously a potion heals more, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so now that he's got Insomniac learned, let's see what we can get him clear-headed. Yes, good. Hey buddy, what's up? And on the... And we were just about to board the ship too. But hey, we get a back attack, that's always good. That just about healed him back to full. I think it did, actually, so... And he learned auto haste, nice. Let's see, long reach, flea kill, restore HP. Was that accuracy plus? Yeah, I'll give him that. Let's go. And away we go. As the game puts us on autopilot. Past the Q's Marsh. Over the mountain path. And past the Oeilvert tree. I think deep down you know the answer to that question, man. Not one of your better insults, man. And they do all this rhyming. He's just like, I'm leaving, I'm gonna have a snack. Past the island, until at last we come to the Forgotten Continent. Alright, now, idyllically, you're supposed to run down in that direction, but before you do, this actually functions as a shop. So you'll want to stock up on a lot of things here. These are new. This is the first time in the game that you can get access to vaccines, and you're going to want these. Because vaccines stop you from getting experience points. Now, rather than head south, for this you're actually going to want to head north. And the reason why is because there are chocobo tracks up here. You're going to have to go slightly out of your way in order to find them. They're over on this left-hand side of the screen. Because a lot of the enemies on the Forgotten Continent are rather strong. Especially the Armstrongs, which look like houses. Oh, hey G-Rank, what's up? What did you miss? Nothing too much. You know, just tried to break our way into Kuja's place, and it didn't work. We got captured, so now we're running an errand for him. Oh, an Earth Spell. I forgot she still has auto push. There we go. Alright, so I'll explain it once again just because you weren't here for it. So at this stage of the game, we're going into my favorite dungeon, Oeilvert, in order to get the Gulug Stone. Now, the thing about Oeilvert is that it has an anti-magic barrier around it, which means that anybody you bring can't use magic. And the game at that point allows you to split up your party with that in mind. So now what you're probably wondering is, why on earth am I taking Dagger, who uses white magic? Well, during the period of time where she isn't able to use her voice, and you try to use magic spells, or summons, every once in a while the spell will fail, and you'll basically lose her turn. So because having her cast magic is more a liability under most circumstances than anything else, it's actually more worth it to have her come along here with the chemist ability and the healer ability, and basically have her act as your healer during the course of the time that you're here. Alright, so before we go on, I'm going to open up the Chocograph menu, and you can see I did a lot of hunting during the off time. So we're going to see if we can find a place where it is always sunset. Nope, not there. Because these Chocographs are only available starting at this point, because there are no beaches on the Forgotten Continent. There's more Chocograph tracks over here. Or Chocobo tracks, I should say. Nope. Not there. That's the place where we need to go, but we're not going to go there yet. Let's see. It's a rather windy location. I'm sure that won't be significant in any way, shape, or form. But hey, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. Oh, wait a minute. I think I remember. Let me see. I think it's over here. I think this might be it. Alright, it's close. Alright, it's not there. There we go. I knew it was somewhere. Phoenix Downs, Ores, Kaiser Knuckles, which is one of Armorant's best ones. Oh, I love it. And let's see, what's the other? Oh, Forgotten Plains, I gotta go back north. Let's see. I think this is it. No, I gotta find a... Oh. Is that a crack? That is a crack. That is a mountain crack. Well, we shouldn't just leave it unattended now, should we? A maiden prayer, a dragon hair, which is Freya's best weapon, gauntlets, and an Odin card. Alright. I'm quite happy with that. The problem is that it didn't get me closer to, It didn't get me closer to finding what I needed to find. Oh, dude, it's totally fine. It's totally fine if you're changing. I get it. I feel like I should remember where this one is. You know what? Forget it. I'll try again later. I really want is if I can remember the location of the other mountain crack in this area. I seem to remember that this one is notably a lot harder to find in terms of where it is. Oh, there it is. Never mind, that didn't take long at all. Let's see what we get here. Eye drops, a maiden ring, a Genji helmet, which is one of the best helmets, and a Hildegard 1 card. Alright. I'm gonna try one more time to find these forgotten plains. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not go north far enough? I think that might be it. Oh look, a castle. I'm sure that won't be of any plot significance in the future. Ah, there we go. Now I'm getting somewhere. Alright, too far. The fact that I need the mountain chocobo in order to get it must mean that I have to be at a particular level of elevation. Come on, where are you? Just let me find you already. There we go. Got it. And a demon mail. Oh, that's good. I could have gotten one from the Tantarian optional boss fight, but, you know, simply ran out of time. Also, I don't know if you were here for this, but the Hildegard 1 also functions as an item shop for this stage of the game. Alright, I keep checking my computer. I keep getting flooded with messages. Alright, now we just gotta find out where Oeilvert is. And there it is. And I'm absolutely saving, so I don't have to do any of that again. I also love the fact that during this course of the game, the overworld music is different. Sounds noticeably more evil. Messages from who? Some of the people that I'm in choir with, because we have our quartet midterms coming up. People asking if I'm available to possibly help go over some music. Too bad Ryan's not listening in, because this is one of my favorite musical bass lines. Da, 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 da. Diasire. It's so unusual to have visitors here. Sure, I'll happily deliver your mail. Already have one, already have that, already have that. Fairy Flute, the item I could have gotten from Hilgagars if I was lucky. Already have a cypress pile, all this stuff. An extra pair of diamond gloves. Bands already have plenty of dark hats. Green berets. Already have gold helms. Extra cross helm can't hurt. Already have plenty of brigandines. Judo uniforms. Already have plenty of plate mail. 2 gold armors. That's why it's important to do the cotton rope tricks. That way you can actually afford this stuff and you don't have to sell an arm and a leg in order to do it. But enough of that, let's save and let's go on. No, I want him to learn Master Thief. Oh yeah, white robe is another item I got from a chocograph. Look at that defense boost. 21 to 42. Vivi's got a light robe, which is another one I got from there. Yeah, keep learning Odin. Almost learned Spare Change. Won't take too much longer to learn the rest of that. Already learned Jelly. For this we can learn Devil Killer. Defense. Yep. Wasn't kidding when I said that that's his best, I said that's his best item. The Kaiser Knuckles. Well, okay, for this point in the game. Rune Claws in Disc 4 is his absolute best item, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Almost learned Charge. Still got a little ways to go to learn Clear-Headed. Doesn't he have ability up? No, he does not have ability up. Yeah, I know. That attack boost. No, I have to keep him with Clear-Headed for the course of this. Once he learns Clear-Headed, I need to find something that will teach him ability up. I've got to have something. Alright, I'll have to give him a Lapis Lazuli in order to finish that, but in the meantime... Alright, let's just go. Yep, all the way from, I think, was it 33 to 75 or something like that? It's a giant door with a creepy triangle on it. With a triangle in the triangle. You know, the surefire sign of death. Yes, it is. It's an honor to be in my favorite dungeon. Let's go. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you come here is you're actually going to want to go immediately to the right. Because Stiltskin is in this room, and he does not stick around for the entire time of the dungeon. Oh. There we go. I had an extra high potion, so I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't buy the stuff yet. Artemission hasn't been delivering mail. Go to Magnet Central and complain about it for me. Not sure where that is, though. Oh well, too bad. One other thing to bear in mind is that this dungeon, once Disc 4 begins, is basically taken off the map. So if you're going to get the treasures while you're here, you have to do it before you end Disc 3. And epitaphs. These guys are obnoxious. Because of this ability that they have, Mirror. They're going to create a mirror image of one of your party members. And the worst part is that if they happen to choose a party member that's in Oeilvert with you, they'll cast a special attack which will instantly kill that party member. It's unblockable, it does 9,999 damage, the whole 9 yards. Yep. And even if Dagger does regular attacks, she still might not succeed. So, again, better idea to bring her along here as opposed to the other place. Another Gaia gear, which is great, and another fight. Holy smokes to what, out of curiosity? To the unblockable 9,999 damage. thing is that there is a way that you can kill these things very quickly. And that's if you throw a soft at them. Softs will automatically kill stone enemies. But the problem is that you don't get experience points. And yeah, it is pretty wacky. So you get no experience, but you get the AP out of it. And you also get no money. So it's really only useful if you want the attack to, if you want the fight sequence to end quickly. Well, doesn't seem like there's anything in there. So let's go on. It became too soft to live. Remedies. Rising Suns, which are items you can throw. Looks like there's an enemy guarding the next room. And it's another epitaph. Oh great, that means Steiner's gonna die. Yep, here it is. No big deal. So, if you want to create a situation where... Alright, well, I guess I'll just end it quickly before something worse happens. And yes, interestingly enough, that's the same attack animation for the Doom spell. But... if you want, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by Armorant dying. If you want to create a situation where there's a character in your party, immediate party, who's been mirrored, but you still want to get the experience, you have to somehow get the duplicate's HP low enough, heal, and then launch another attack that will kill it. Because the way that its AI works is whenever that party member that it's mimicked is alive, it will rescind any attack command that it may have input before, and immediately jump to the, I am X person, and then launch that unblockable move. So that means if you're not careful, you're gonna get caught in this endless repetition of reviving your character and then having them instantly killed. So, yeah, that's just something to watch out for. A diamond. So, you mean I didn't have to spend that money buying one? Oh, come on. Get around. There we go. Another shield armor. Two ogres. Well, that's also what happens because Armorant doesn't have any good armor at the moment. Oh my god, you're kidding me! But yep, a little bit of healing. That's what happens when I try to give somebody bad armor when they're in a situation where they're basically going to die at any minute. And Dagger tried to heal and it didn't work. Oh, and he missed. Oh, wow, I thought for sure that was going to kill armor. Glad it didn't, obviously, but... There we go. It's basically free healing, especially because his armor is so bad. Right, that's good. Now let's give you something a little better. Let's give Dagger something that's not Odin. Mithril Racket, and the Whale Whisker, which lets her learn Curaga, and the Tiger Racket, which is her best weapon, which I also got from a Chocograph. What dungeon is this again? This is Oeilvert. Alright, he learned Spare Chain. Let's have him learn Curse. Chain Plates. He's learned Devil Killer. Brigandine or HP plus 10. That's right. It is my favorite. Undead Killer, Locomotion, blah blah blah. Almost learned Level Up. Alright. Let's go this way. Alright, the reality is that I actually know all the solutions to this particular dungeon off, like, well, I mean, obviously I do. I've beaten this game before. So, I mean, theoretically, I could just speed through this right now. But, I want to take the time and just enjoy being in my favorite place. In the game, anyway. That didn't work. Alright, who's getting cloned this time? Alright, it's Vivi, so that's not a threat. There we go, that hit that time. Let's kill Vivi. Yeah, With is right. That first time was pretty bad. Alright, well now that he's learned Level Up, I can take that helmet off of him. Give him the gold helm. So that way he can learn Clear-Headed. And then I can give him... Where's the one that... There we go. Then I can give him this for ability up. Yep. What a strange-looking ball. And nothing happened. It's because you didn't turn it on, man. But it doesn't respond? Maybe there's a switch somewhere. How very astute of you. Feather boots to learn auto float. And a battle. One other thing that I should make very clear is that when you are doing this dungeon, you do not want to bring Freya with you. And I'll explain why that is in a bit. Or eventually. At some point. Oh great, Steiner's back. Hooray. I should actually rephrase and... Okay, yeah. See, I should actually rephrase and say, unless you know, are planning to do the ridiculously insane Chocograph hunting... Oh, Dagger failed again. Wonderful. unless you're planning to do the really insane chocograph hunting like I did, especially with the mountain cracks. Unless you're planning to do that, it's not worth it to bring, it's not worth it to bring Dagger along. I'm not Dagger, right? Who am I even talking about? There we go. Yeah, if Zidane's attack had missed, Steiner clone would have killed Steiner, so... Accuracy plus and gamble defense, good. Power Vest. Alright, he's learned Charge. Give him the Diamond Sword. Curse is well on its way. He's already learned Gamble Defense, so we can get rid of the Twist Headband. And... yes, that'll be good. Now let's see, what else can I give him? Fleagill, no. Not Fleagill. Restore HP, no. Promised Ring can be better put to use with somebody else. The Protect Ring, why not? Reduces all elemental damage by 50%. You get that from a, take a wild guess, you get it from a chocograph. Alright, so the question is, where's the switch? Well, it's in the only place we haven't checked yet. But before we get there, we gotta kill some baddies. I forgot to ask, by the way, how'd the performance go? You got a selfie with Watame. That's great. I'm glad that it went well, man. An elixir was always good. Well, from one ball to another. Alright, now thanks to that, everything is turned on. So now we can actually progress forward. You only wish you could read it. Fascinating. Nope, nada. Well, guess what? There is a proper order to it all. You go to this one first. Ancient ship. Oldest in history. The ship for war. Shipbuilding technology primitive. But before we can learn more about ships, we gotta fight some more guys. And this will probably be an epitaph. Yes, it will. Alright, who's getting cloned today? It's Freya, so don't have to worry too much. One reason also why you want to bring her along and armor it is because his flares are technically not magic. And thanks to his abilities, his chakra restores both HP and MP. Can it clone more than one ally at a time? I don't think it can. At least I don't remember it being able to in all the times I've played this game. I think there's a practical reason for that, because if it hypothetically could, and it cloned two people who were in your party, that basically means that regardless of what you do, your guys are going to constantly get killed. Battleship Invincible prototype, but the prototype was a failure. The first Battleship Invincible, improved version currently in use. How far along is Curse? Okay, that should be done. Oh, okay. That should be done relatively soon. Now let's see what else. Level up. MP attack, auto potion, flea gill, auto reflect, auto haste, auto potion. Restore HP. Just because HP plus 10% doesn't take very long, I might as well give him that. I don't think it would be a waste of time. So up we go. Back to the room with the very far away view. Now the ball is all glowy. What the heck is all of it? I don't know, and I'm sure that it won't have any relevance whatsoever in the future. Now we can go into the door that was previously locked. Into the totally not creepy Chamber of Faces. I'm with you there. Percent triangle square infinity asterisk plus multiplied by. Get out a pencil and some paper. This will be on the test later. So, did you get that? Alright, so after that sequence, Stiltskin goes away. Yep, not there anymore. It is different than before. It's dark. Don't worry if you're confused, by the way. This is a dungeon where you get a lot of expositional info dump. Granted, it all gets answered later on in the game, but in the immediate moment, you're just kind of scratching your head thinking, what on earth is going on? And it's Kana, so no threat here. Epitaph. And there goes Kana. Or not. Huh. There we go. There goes Kana. There's Curse. There's that. That's good. Alright, now just for the purposes of this fight, I'm going to give him the Kaiser Knuckles, just so that way, eventually I can just move on once it's over. And actually, what I'm going to do, in addition, is I'm going to do one more fight, just to get the last-minute ability points from all these guys. And then I'll give whoever needs it some fresh equipment. I'm hoping it's another Epitaph, because I'd like 4 AP. Alright, well that'll give me 4 AP, so... There goes one. God, it's nice to have a strong weapon. I'm surprised. Usually he's awful at that. This time, yep. Good. Stone Killer, no, not gonna bother. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Thunder Gloves. Diamond Gloves. damage for that. Some of that. Sure. Okay. Let's go. Time to take on the boss. It's down, down, down we go. So this boss coming up is the reason why you need the clear-headed ability. Because its propeller wind attack inflicts confuse on everyone. Yeah, let's go. Let's see. It's a flying enemy, so we're gonna want Bird Killer. Locomotion. Don't need Undead Killer. HP plus 10 because why not? It's not undead, so I'll do this. Oh. That would have been bad. Let me just quadruple check to make sure. Clear-headed, clear-headed, clear-headed. Good. And that's the thing that Kuja was talking about, the Gulug Stone. But something's coming. It's a boss. So, in a place that's this old, with this kind of weird, primitive stuff, what better to fight than a giant airship? Am I right, or am I right? This is Ark. He's got about 20,000 HP. Boomerang is a general attack everybody attack. I know, it's so great. So his HP's already about a fourth of the way gone. So of course it failed. So the reason why we didn't want Freya for this fight, assuming that we're not doing the insane chocograph hunting, is because Ark has one of her best items, the Holy Lance. Everybody's guarded against Confuse, which is good. Because the Holy Lance is good for two reasons. One is because it teaches Dragon's Crest, which is easily one of her best spells in general. And this is Photon, which reduces someone's HP down to 1 hits, which it did. And also because its base attack... There we go, got it! So there's basically no reason for him to stick around anymore. Also because its base attack is 62, which is, I think, twice as strong as just about anything else that she possibly has at this point in the game. Again, assuming that you're not doing hardcore chocograph hunting. So Whirlwind is the only other attack that's worth being wary of. It inflicts wind damage on everybody, and it also afflicts everybody with float. And when your characters are floating, they are a lot more susceptible to wind damage. But I do want Armoric to be resurrected here, just because I do want everybody to get the AP here. This is the only time where your inability to use magic is actually kind of, you know, kind of obnoxious. Color win, but everybody's safe. And the nice thing is that because Chakra brings back a fair amount of MP as well, you can just keep using it over and over and over again because its cost is so low. Boomerang. And if for whatever reason you have characters with auto-regen, Boomerang is a great opportunity for them to recover some HP because it takes so long to attack with them. mass steal with Zidane. If this doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Thank goodness for clear-headed. No, that's fine. Also, the reason... because ordinarily the Holy Lance is the strongest, is the toughest item to steal. But because I have Zidane equipped with the Master Thief ability, it allows me to get a much better chance at stealing the harder-to-steal items. Beautiful. And we get one of the best add-ons in the game from that fight, the Pumice Piece, which absorbs both Holy and Shadow damage. And we got the Guluk Stone. Yep, and we're back in the Desert Palace where everyone else is encaged. Yeah, lady. That's right. Kuja's gonna kill everybody. So we're gonna control Regent Sid to try and save everyone. Oh, the only other really sort of plot thing that you missed is the fact that the Black Mages left Black Mage Village because they found out about their lifespan and Kuja told them that he knew how to extend it. Info dump. So turn them all on. I wonder what that could possibly mean. Well, in the meantime, we get what a lot of people consider to be the single worst part of the entire game coming up. The Hedgehog Pie minigame. We have to sneak our way forward. It's basically a game of red light, green light. Generally, I don't struggle with this, but, I mean, those could be famous last words. Yeah, and the Hedgehog Pie tends to do some really... dang it. The Hedgehog Pie tends to do some really quick turnarounds like that, which force you back to the very beginning. So one of the strategies is that you mash the circle button for about maybe 1 second intervals, and you can see there I did it just a little bit too long, so... Quick turns are so annoying. See what I mean? The quick turns have a habit of... The quick turns have a habit of sending you back, and unfortunately, because of the way that the minigame is set up, you get caught no matter how close you are to the key, you go back. Yep, each circle is 1 frame of movement. Which means that for even the quick turns, like that, you get a very slight margin for error. But it's very slight. And for those who, this part of the game, they tend to struggle, there is a strategy where you deliberately lose about 6 times on purpose, because at that point the game decides to go a little bit easier on you, and the hedgehog pie won't be nearly so aggressive with its turning. Because unlike, you know, Chocobo's Hot and Cold, this is a part of the game that you can't skip. So I'm actually sort of breaking my own little rule here by doing them in longer than 1 second bursts. Also, it doesn't help that this music's actually not that great. I will say. There we go, got it. No big deal. So now, what we have to do is we have to take these weights and put them on the scale so that way Sid can actually bounce up to the hourglass. Now there's 4 weights here. There's, I think, iron, wood, marble, and copper. You need to get the correct combination, which is basically you don't use the wood. And there you go. No big deal. The problem is that if you decide to do the option which involves examining the scale so you know which one is which, that eats up a lot of time, and every incorrect guess you make is even more time that you lose. So at that point, it's actually better to just completely ignore it's best to completely ignore examining the scales, and instead look at them and determine which one is the wooden scale, which one is the wooden weight, and don't use that. So yeah, beat it in basically 3 minutes. No big deal. White Robe learns Holy. Oh, wow. Yeah, why not? Let's just make Eiko basically unkillable with 42 defense. Yeah, I love this, I love this dungeon's theme so much. Yep, there's the Light Robe that I gave to Vivi. And Kai Armlet. Yeah, he still needs to learn Water, which is a great spell. Get rid of that so she can be a Stone Killer. And there's the Holy Lance that we stole, and here's the Dragon's Hair, which we got in that chest. 77. So we're not going to equip the Holy Lance just yet. I think that's about it for all of them. We just want to make sure that everybody knows, for this particular dungeon, that everybody knows Locomotion, which prevents them from being afflicted with Stop. I'm going to unequip Auto Regen and give Body Temp because of Mustard Bomb and Freeze, which is also in this dungeon, Jelly, just because that's a good one to have, and Guardian Mog, which gives one of the most unhelpful ability descriptions ever. Log protects with unseen forces. Well, what does that even mean? What it basically does is that it resets your status at the end of every fight. So if Eiko is afflicted with, say, I think, like darkness or something like that, Guardian Mog will get rid of it. Once the battle is over, that is. Because I'm pretty sure that there's no... confuse. It is super useful. I'm pretty sure that there's no confusion that your characters can get afflicted with while you're here. So, I don't need to worry about that. So before you go on, you're going to want to go to the right because there's a Moogle here. And he's got a Mog shop. It's basically everything that you could have gotten in Oeilvert. So it's nothing too noteworthy in that regard, but, you know, if for whatever reason you didn't have enough money to buy something, you get a second chance. So much. But I'm pretty sure that there's no treasures or anything to be found in this room, so... yeah, cool. So now that that's done, we can start moving on over. To one of the most beautifully designed dungeons in the entire game, if not the most. So what the Black Mages were talking about by turn them all on is they're referring to these candelabras. And then taking the bloodstones. Each bloodstone does something that helps make the final boss of this dungeon a little bit harder. In this case, this one makes it so all of the boss's magic spells are non-elemental. So things that would absorb, say, fire, blizzard, or earth, or things like that, basically worthless. Basically means that they'd be worthless in this case. And we get a promised ring out of it. And going to the far right is important for the sake of this dungeon. Vanish. Alright, so that means that physical attacks are basically not going to do anything. So let's stick Fenrir on him. Or Phoenix, rather, not Fenrir. And even to this day, I don't know what on earth they mean by absorb the brain. Like, I genuinely don't know. Phoenix is great because it inflicts fire damage and also revives people. You're crying from laughing so hard? What is this? Oh my god. Jeez. So going all the way to the right made the devil statue on the right start following me. And once that happened and I started leaving, they both started following where I was going, which makes this stairway and path appear to another candelabra. Oh, I'd play it too. And yeah, I think this is what you were referencing by the two demons and the angel. Yep. Right now, so for this particular bloodstone, I mean, most of them are skippable, but this one is particularly skippable because because you have to find the correct combination of lamps that remove the statues in the center of the room so that you can freely move between the two. Yeah, Warring Triad's awesome. And I genuinely do not remember the correct combination of this, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of trial and error. But you can see that one of the bloodstones has been turned on. There we go. That'll do it. And that bloodstone in the outside hall doesn't turn on unless you make that path light up with the two demons and the angel. So once all those lamps are lit, we come down here, light up this one, and the bloodstone is at the top of the altar. Extract magic from the chain. Absolutely. And we got another anklet. Alright, here's another one. You have to light up this candle over here. It's rather easy to miss, so the only clue that you have is the fact that you have those two candles already lit. And even then, it's relying on the fact that you're observant enough to notice that there is a candlestick that's kind of hidden. So, yeah. Yep, and these annoying cat things can learn bio, so... Why not? Let's learn Holy. Or let's use Holy, rather. Aiko's so strong. She's not supposed to have this level of magic at this stage of the game. They might be. 6,405 damage. Now, if that's not an overpowered spell, I don't know what is. I know, right? Holy moly. Holy does a lot of damage. That's what happens when you do all of the chocograph hunting that you possibly can before moving on. Yep, let's extract this to lower the boss's defense. A shield armor. Now, because of the way that this room is structured, you may not actually notice right away this staircase that you have to go up. Make sure that you get this candelabra to light the stained glass window. First time playing, I did not notice it for the longest time. But that's the only way that you can move forward. Yeah, now that I've got Holy, there's basically nothing else that can stop me, in terms of just dealing out damage quickly. And again, at least for the purposes of this dungeon. Let's see. Auto-reflect, auto-haste, or absorb MP. Definitely want auto-haste. Does Freya have ability up? Yes, okay, good. Around we go. Here we are at Kuja's library. Now, in order to do this one, our first objective is to get the bloodstone that we lit from that one candelabra very early. So we light up that one, so that this staircase lights up. That moves up. We go in. And we get another bloodstone, in order to steal its ability to evade. And the Enkai armlet, which would normally teach Vivi water, but we already got it from a chocograph, so it's just an extra one. We enter here, go up and around, light the candelabra, so it lights up the stained glass window. Up we go. Light this one, so that it lights up that one. Back down we go. I might go slightly over 10 o'clock just because the Desert Palace dungeon is not that long. Here we go. Where we light this candelabra. Now we can pass through here, and we give Nogsam the letter that we got from the previous one. We're gonna save here. Alright, and here we go with the final puzzle. This is another one that involves getting a specific combination of, involves another rather specific combination in order to move on. But the first thing that we want to do is get these two candles lit so we can get another bloodstone, which gives us the black hood. This one so that portrait gets lit. Now, if I remember correctly, well, okay, yeah, we also have to light both of those so that way we can get the final bloodstone. And we have the Venetia shield. Now, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to follow the theme of the right statue chasing away the left statue. So if this is correct... Oh, what? Wrong one. Yes, it is. Sweet. I remember it after all this time. And by all this time, I mean not that long ago. And we light the final candelabra to get out of here. Uh-oh. And we got ourselves a boss. Now, what's nice about this boss is a few things. One, since we don't have Zidane, we don't have to worry about stealing anything in particular. Two, it only has about 12,000 HP, which basically means 2 holies is going to kill it. 3, it only knows 3 attacks. Thundaga, Blizzaga, and Fireaga. And because we've basically eliminated all of its Bloodstones, there's no way on Earth that this thing is possibly going to stand a chance. So this will give us a fair amount of AP. You're right, it failed. That's putting it mildly, man. This thing is totally dead. Just on the ridiculous off chance that it somehow manages to put up a fight. Alright, well the fact that it's used Reflect basically means that I can't use Elemental Magic, so I'll just use Comet instead. And I'll have Kana use Auto Life so that maybe, you know, if Kana somehow ends up dying, I can limit this thing. I mean, this isn't even fair. This isn't even fair. This thing is gonna get destroyed. Thundaga, and it only did about 510 damage. Although it does have a cool name. Valia Pira. I don't know if that means anything in another language or something, but it's a cool name. And I'm pretty sure that all of its magic only targets one character at a time, which at this point you should be able to deal with. There we go, it's dead. Dude, this thing is a joke. It's not even funny. Never even stood a chance. It got, what, maybe 3 or 4 attacks? Rest in pieces is right. I will give Eiko... I'll give her the Angel Earrings for MP plus 20. Meteor and Osmos. As if Vivi needed to be any more stronger. I mean, this raid is not even fair. Vivi's just gonna destroy everything. Give him that Magic Alem Null, which is good. Holy Lance for Dragon's Crest. HP 20% is already almost learned. Genji Gloves for High Tide. That's almost there. Green Ray. Nothing I can really give anybody else, so let's light this last candelabra and get out of here. Meanwhile, Zidane has arrived. Now he's learned Master Thief, which is great. Keep the Gaia gear. Almost learned ability up, almost learned mental break. Learned power break. That for no mercy. Whale Whisker for Kiraga. She learned Automos. Shiva, which I'll never use. Let's see here. Maiden's Prayer. I've gotten so many items from, the, from Choco Grabs that I actually forgot what I have. Oh, I hate this formation. This formation is ugly. I gotta restructure this order here. I gotta switch Steiner and Dagger. There we go. That's good. Auto Potion will fix that. No need to waste any time selecting anything. Nice. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think the Steiner needs a level up anymore. Oh, so close. So close. Ah. Auto Potion is a great ability. Definitely makes things move. Or I shouldn't say make things move, because technically it slows the fight down a little bit, but it makes it so it's a little less annoying when it comes to healing. let's just hurry up, give him the Gulug Stone, and then hopefully find a place to save. Oh, you know what? I just realized. We're not going to be able to save for about, like, 10 more minutes. No, you didn't take a wrong turn. Yep. Guess they couldn't escape after all. It's them? But if they're over there, then who's in there? Hurry up, guys. Uh-oh. Grab the Gulug Stone. Yes, he is. He's an absolute jerk. So before we go, chase after him. Let's see if there's anything interesting lying around. And apparently monsters can spawn inside of his sanctum, so that's great. They cause back attacks, even better. Well, good thing I could run. That's right. The Naming Way card. The Tetramaster card that also allows you to change the name of your party members. You gotta make sure that you get it before Gotta make sure you get it before you leave, because there's only 2 of them in the entire game. The only other time that you can get it is by following a specific series of events in when you first go to Trino in Disc 3. Yep. Good old naming way. Yet another wonderful callback, just like a lot of the other Final Fantasies. Just like a lot of the other things in this game. And I accidentally targeted the enemy with Dagger, but it didn't matter because Dagger wasn't going to attack it. And that's the power of the Holy Lids. What is that sound? It sounded like the maintenance elevator. Not counter. Gamble defense. Auto reflect. But it looks like they got away. The Hildegard one is gone. The question is, where are they going? Damage. So much pain. Oh, come on. Get me out of here. I mean, believe me, I'm also sad that my favorite dungeon in the game is over, but you can't keep me here forever. Jabberwocks. It's been a while since we've seen a summon. That should do it. Casting Reese's Wind just on the off chance that someone can do a little bit of healing before the summon hits. Alright, just about everybody got one in, that's not bad. I hope that my explanation, by the way, for bringing Dagger to Oeilvert actually made sense. Oh, Sid, where the heck were you? Didn't you get punched or something like that? Eh, whatever. Thank you. if I'm going to explain something, I want to do it well. Oh, it's named after a tactics character? That's awesome. Alrighty. So we're chasing after Kuja on the Hildegard 1 on our own ship, the Blue Narcissus. So he flies over Medan Sari. There we are. As we head to the final landmass in the game, the Lost Continent. I mean, we've already been here to do a little chocograph hunting, but, you know. Yep. Just like what Braun did to Dagger, Kuja is going to extract the Eidolons out of Eiko. Eidolon, whatever. Alright, so for the purposes of this part of the game, we're going to bring along Kana. We're going to leave Freya behind. Sorry, Freya. But the reason why is because there's an enemy in the next dungeon that has a great ability for Kana to learn. And it's one of only, I think, 4 enemies that allows her to learn it. So, actually, you know what? Let's do that instead. Because these guys could, Freya could use some leveling. I want to have a white mage. You know what? No, Kana's a white mage. Kana's enough of a white mage. There we go. Alright, so once I get the chance to save, that's where we're going to leave it for now. Alrighty. So that was my favorite chunk of the entire game that we just played through. Hopefully you learned something pretty cool about the stuff along the way. Yeah, Kana is a blue mage, yeah, but Kana also has White Wind, which serves as a healing spell for everybody in the party, so that's why I'm bringing Kana. Thank you very much for coming by. I'm obviously planning to stream again Saturday at 8 o'clock like usual, and we will find out just what on earth Kuja is really up to with the extraction process, and we'll hopefully be able to stop his plans, whatever they are, but we still got a lot of game to go, so probably not. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good evening. Until next time. Peace.